Good evening. Reality recap here. Streaming live, might I add. We are streaming live across YouTube, X, Facebook, and finally, I figured it out. We are streaming across Instagram. Hi to all my followers across the land. Make sure you are tuned in to Reality Recap every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please go to YouTube, like, subscribe, follow me on all my platforms. I am so excited for tonight. Of course, we have a whole lot to cover. Y'all ready? Now, let me remind you that yes, you can comment on any of the platforms, and I can see your comments across all platforms. So check in. Let me know you out there. Send a comment. Let me know you're out there, that you can hear me nice and loud and clear. But again, Reality Recap every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live across YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Reality. Y'all see it. Reality_recap. Am I shining? Am I coming through? I'm trying a new webcam today, y'all. So let's get started. First, we're going to touch on a little bit of news. So, I've been keeping y'all updated with the whole Portia Simon situation going on. So, recently, Portia traveled to Miami with her sister and her mom, and she's just looking for some peace, probably, with all of the news and all of the Instagram, just social media, period, posts going on. She was out in Miami. Simon, he is allegedly messing with somebody new already. He actually ended up taking her to Miami. Why, y'all? He took her to Miami, and by that time Portia was gone. But Instagram FBI folks was matching up this new girl. I think her name was Body by J or something like that. And they've been seen together. She's been seen in front of his Rolls Royce, the one that he recently brought. So yeah, Portia seems like she's on her healing journey, and I hope the best for her. But it seems like she's on her healing journey, but he's trying to get back at her. He posted some subliminal messages today saying whoever is in her ear to have this divorce needs to check on her mental state. He's kind of implying that she didn't arrive to this decision on her own. So I'm not sure, but that's what's going on. Lord, do y'all hear my kids? My kids, mom life. 2 toddlers, if you didn't know. They're with their daddy right now. And all I can hear is them running across upstairs and crying and fighting. So that's the life. That's that is the life that we have. But yeah, just a little bit of news. Like I said, Portia, she is looking like she's trying to heal, that she's hurt by the situation. I think Simon is hurt too. All of this, he's out here with this girl, doing this, doing that, is all for show. You know how men are when they're hurt. They can't just say they're hurt. They can't just express their feelings. They got to go do foolishness like that. So, anywho, cameras picked up. Looks like we got a confessional look this past week from Portia. So she's definitely filming and probably discussing the situation and what's happening. So I can't wait to see the new season. Yeah, so what else do we got going on? Let's get into these shows. We're going to go through Love and Marriage DC. We're going to talk a little bit about Real Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine reunion, Love and Hip Hop, Miami and Atlanta. We could touch on real quick Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion. I ain't got much for you because I'm not feeling either one of them right now. And then we can talk about Love is Blind. The Super Bowl of TV this week was Love is Blind season 6 reunion, which aired yesterday night, and I was not disappointed at all. I saw some people saying, or TMZ saying, that there was some disappointment, but me, child, not disappointed at all. So let's start with Love and Marriage DC now. Love and Marriage DC, I'll give it a 7. They're on their trip still with Winter. I told you I feel like I don't know where they are, but it look like they're in the Poconos, and I'm stick with that. But they're out there, and the Duncans, they have their issues with Joy and Cliff. Then you have Ashley and Quick, who are upset with mainly Cliff as well as Joy, I guess you could say. But it, I feel like with Quick and with Ashley, right? Ashley, they had a basketball game. Ashley Quick had a suite. Quick left, and Ashley had a conversation with Joy outside and basically came to the terms that they're not going to be friends. They're going to, when they're in the same room, they're going to pass each other by and that's it. They go back inside. She meaning Ashley, is still going on, and she's talking to Cliff, and Cliff has his hands full. He's talking, and he kind of went like this to, talk to her, and she made it a big deal, saying like he leaned in or he stood over her, like he wanted to fight, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel that way. I gave you guys the clip, and, in my comments, no one really seemed to have, felt that way, that he was aggressive towards her or was leaning in like he was about to fight her. But that is what she is trying to imply, and this is what she has told Quick. So now Quick coming to the defense of his wife, as he should. He wasn't there. He hasn't seen this footage, so now he's upset with Cliff as well. So yeah, they have issues with Joy and Cliff, and then the Duncans, which is Sherelle and Black. Sherelle seems to have a problem with Joy because, Joy and Black, her husband, was in a music band together some time ago. And Joy is under the impression or believes that Sherelle started messing with Black when he was still dating one of her friends. Okay? And Sherelle says that is absolutely not true. Joy said, he gave her a ride home while they were still together. And Sherelle sat up there in her confessional in this dress. She dresses real wild. I ain't gonna lie to you, she dresses a little wild, but yeah, she wants us to believe that she did not start any type of relationship, no smashing with Black until he was out of that relationship. Y'all believe that? I said, do y'all believe that? Cause I don't. So, yeah, I said, no way you're gonna sit up in front of me in this red dress with them red gloves looking like a Jezebel telling me that you wasn't messing with him before. But if that's what you say, allegedly, if that's what you say. But yeah, she is adamant that she did not mess with Black before he got out in the relationship that he's in, and then they got into their relationship. Whatever. Also, they have like a group situation where this woman down here in the end with the blonde hair, I think her name is Terry, was actually brought in by Arena to have a conversation with the group, try to, figure out the beef, squash them. But it was funny because she said that she was almost coming off like a medium or like a fortune teller or psychic or something. She said on her ride there, she saw Joy on her ride to the house, and that she envisioned that she would be sitting next to her, and that this is the person that has the most tension in the group. Now, do I believe that this white woman was driving and Joy, this Black woman came up in her mind and popped up in her vision? Not at all. I do think that she watches the show. I think that maybe Arena, kind of prepped her before she came in. I think Arena really was trying to, again, squash the beef, but it came off as if it was a gang up situation on Joy. Black took the time to talk about how she refuses to meet with him and discuss how, she said that there was bad business going on when they were in the group together, or how she's saying that Black and Sherelle was messing with each other before he got out of the relationship with her friend. Ashley jumped in and was talking about how she doesn't like to address issues. It was almost like, to me, a gang up situation. So Joy ended up walking out, and that is where we left off. So this lady Terry, she didn't do nothing to help the situation at all. Well, I'll be honest with you, nothing at all to help the situation. And yeah, I mean, it was a okay episode, but it wasn't giving what it needed to give this week and the last week or so. So we'll see where this goes. But that's all I got for y'all on Love and Marriage DC. Yep. So next we have Real Housewives of Potomac. Now Potomac, I know a lot of y'all are so tired of Potomac. Y'all have already said y'all tired of this season. Y'all ready for it to be over. You already pretty much said how you want for it to be over, some changes to be made, and casting. I don't know about all that, but Potomac, the only highlight really with Potomac this week was Sharice held a seasonless crab boil, no obey in sight. The girl said that the crabs was terrible, but the drinks was popping. And clearly they was popping because Sharice sat down to try to, again, figure out what's happening with Robin and Candace. Now listen, y'all. Listen. Somebody in the group takes a turn every week trying to mend this situation with Robin and Candace, and we are beating a dead horse at this point. The horse is dead and gone, y'all. And I hope they don't bring it up no more. Like, we get it. Robin is upset that when her whole situation came out with Juan, Candace took to Twitter. She was upset about it, said that Robin was pretty much in cahoots with Giselle and the whole Giselle kind of coming for Chris because she was trying to hide her situation going on with Juan and this woman in this hotel invoice receipt. I don't know. But I did not feel that way. I felt like Robin came out and clearly said that she did not think that Chris had any bad intentions when he asked to speak to Giselle, privately. He was not doing or trying to do anything inappropriate. And I believe that. And she said that. I don't know why Candace believes that or is saying that she had something to do with that situation or that she was on Giselle's side. I did not feel that way at all. So I don't know where that is coming from. But then, Sharice at her seasonless crab boil, she sat them down again, brought it up, and wondering if while they were on vacation in DR, was there any type of traction made in the friendship, and clearly not. Candace then brought up that she has somebody in these streets that gives her the heads up when there's people going to the blogs or stories getting ready to come out that she's not aware of, and that whoever this person is had let her know that Robin shared some information or went to the blogs with either text messages, I believe, or something to that nature to try to paint Candace in a bad light. The news apparently never even came out, but Candace was upset. She, of course she's going to add that to why she's mad at Robin instead of just saying, which I think she should, that she was wrong about what she said about Robin and Robin using this situation, but that's never going to happen. I love Candace, but that's never going to happen. So, they were arguing, going back and forth, and the cocktails, as I said, must have been good because we know the crabs were not, because Sharice started slamming on the table, adding to her storyline. And and she was telling them, stop it. let it go. Never mind. So, she ended up walking out upset. And I hope this is the last time that we try to revisit this whole friendship. Okay. Because I'm over it. They don't want to be friends. They're not going to be friends. That's cool. Let's move on. Okay. Yeah. So, with that said, we are finally, after 15, 16, 1700 episodes, about to get to the fashion show for GNA, where there was the brawl that we all saw across the internet. I posted on my page months and months and months ago. The Sesame Street character is back. There seems to be a brawl that's about to go down. Now, if this brawl is not good, I'm going to be very upset. Because if the cameraman be trying to block, not show, when we done seen all of it already on the internet, it better be some clear footage, and this bet not disappoint. I'm still going to watch, but I'm going to be disappointed. So that should start to lead us up to more beef, get us to the reunion, and we'll see what happens there, because we know the reunion was already taped, but it better be good. Because, Potomac, you guys have made it clear that they are hanging on by a thread. Y'all are not feeling this season. So hopefully it gives what it needs to give so it can be gave, okay? And we can move on and get to this reunion, because this season, I agree, it is dragging out a bit. I'm over the NECA and Wendy situation. I'm over the Candace and the Robin situation. It's time to move on. So we'll see what's happening. I'll give you some sneak peeks of the episode coming up this weekend, so we can get a little taste of what's to come this Sunday, right? Married to Medicine reunion. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? How am I feeling about Married to Medicine reunion? I mean, I'll give it a 7. A cute 7. I think that it's going pretty good. I do think that, Sweet Tea, she tried to hold her own. This on part 2, she went up against Quad and said, Quad, it came up that Quad apparently was saying some stuff about Sweet Tea where her fashions are not legit, that she get them out the parking lot at the mall. She don't get it from in the mall, child. And that's what Sweet Tea was saying. Like, are you bothered? Why, you always mentioning Greg. You're always talking about me on social media. And Quad said, no, it came across my desk. I can't, yo. But yeah, Sweet Tea, she tried to hold her own against Quad. She tried to hold her own against Heavenly, which I will say, I do think that Heavenly was wrong in that situation. Bringing up her condition or whatever's happening with her, unable to, conceive right now, and saying that she's basically saying that Sweet Tea knew that she had these problems, and she trapped Dr. G under the false pretense that he would be able to have a family with her. Now she has these issues, but she was alleging that she knew that she had these issues already. So, I agree. Sometimes Heavenly goes a little bit too far. A lot of bit too far. And in that situation, that was a bit much. So she tried. She got to get her, she got to go to the School of Reeds and get and graduate. But she tried. Also, Apollo came out. So Apollo came out this episode, but towards the tail end, so I'll give you guys a sneak peek of that as well. But Apollo's out on the stage, and we'll see how it goes. It seems like, I'll give you that much, it seems like him and Phaedra are in a good place at this point. So, and co-parenting is going well. So we'll see. Why did Phaedra invite him there? And we'll see how the reunion concludes this Sunday. So more to come on that. Now, one of my favorite shows that I'm watching right now is definitely Love and Hip Hop Miami. It's just straight foolishness. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's straight foolishness, and I love it. So, yeah. Love and Hip Hop Miami. This week we had Estelita is back. the former first lady of Deja Zone. If you don't know, I can't help you. But the former first lady of Deja Zone, she used to be signed to CBJ. She was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She's been on Hollywood, and now she has made her way down to Miami because apparently her sugar daddy done died, child. And she's trying to get the will and all of that situated, but she need a check right now because he done croaked on her. So she's down in Miami. She meets up with MJ. Apparently her and MJ done slept together or was messing around on the side while she had the sugar daddy, allegedly, but it seems like it from these clips. And come to find out in this scene here, MJ has also slept with Eliza. And that's what he said. I ain't say it. That's what he said. And it's just like they just all just rotating. Same dudes. Like everybody's sleeping with everybody on these casts. It's ridiculous. But they sit down. Estelita wants to know where Shay is, how she's doing, because apparently she's saying she was friends with Shay and that Shay basically ghosted her. Now, she is alleging that the stories that Tasha K dropped about him, about Shay's baby father, Fabo, having another woman or fiance in Milwaukee, about him cheating on Shay here, not here, but in Miami with a bunch of women. She said it's all true. And that Shay was confiding in her and then she ghosted her. So yikes. She definitely came to spill the tea. She also alleges that she's using MJ to get to Shay and understand what happened with their friendship. I don't know why she would have to use him, why she can't just go and talk to the woman. I don't know why you gotta sleep with her brother. I just think she wants to. But yeah, First Lady Danger Zone is in the building, causing trouble already. And we'll see how that goes. But she spilled that tea on Shay and Fabo. Now, also we learned from the last episode before this one that, we already knew, but Amada was the last one to find out that Eliza had been sleeping with Safari and supposedly her friend. So Brooke got them to sit down, and it was hilarious because Eliza called Safari to, saying, well, Safari, you told me that you and Amara was not messing around. You weren't even talking to her. And he was like, can Amara hear me? And she said, yeah, she can hear you loud and clear. And Safari goes, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I remember saying that. He don't have a serious bone in his body. And I wish all these women would realize he don't mean nothing he say. Did you not learn from Erica Mena? He don't mean nothing he's saying. He's a clown. He is not a grown man. He is a clown, y'all. I don't even know how else to say it, but they apologized. Amada and Eliza apologized to each other. After that, Eliza did go meet up with Safari, and he again didn't take her seriously. She crying because she also said when she met with him, like, yo, we had a play date. I met your kids. Like, Erica, he got these randos around your children. Handle that. Go back to court. I know you probably got something in your divorce that say he ain't supposed to be doing that, because I know I would. But yeah, she said that she met his children. They had a play date. She confided in him. Why you confided in somebody you knew 2 minutes? I don't know. But Safari turned around trying to console her and called her Amada. So she got upset, told him, if you see me in the streets, don't speak to me, basically. And she walked off. So how could you be hurt when you was messing with somebody that you thought was that you knew was messing with your so-called friend? I don't even know, because you shouldn't have even been doing it anyway. So foolishness, hilariousness, just straight debauchery, and I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I love the mess. Who doesn't? That's what we watch this for. If you're looking for seriousness, I'm not the podcast for you. Because this is all hilarious to me. Yep. So then Marcus, who is Brooke's husband, tried to meet up with Safari. and talk to him about, when you're going to grow up, when you're going to stop leading these women on, especially if they know each other and they're friends. Like, when are you going to stop? And this is what we got. Him jumping up and like repeating what R. Kelly has said, talking about some, I'm fighting for my life. All these girls out here talking about me and yada 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 yada. Like, child. And then he walked out. You could see it in his face though. Like, look at this. Look at this. Not a serious bone in his body. He is a clown. So, we'll see where this season takes us. I love it just for the laughter. It is straight comedy every Monday. So I love Loving Hip Hop Miami. I love it a bit more than ATL. I will say ATL is not giving for me, which came on Tuesday night, and I'm trying, y'all, but it's not giving for me. I mean, you guys comment. Let me know. I told you guys I can read your comments. I can, interact. Let me know. But are you watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta right now? Anybody watching? Because yeah, like I'm not here for it at all. And I told you guys this. I feel like number one, when it comes to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they spent a large amount of this season trying to convince us that they've done the work to clean up what happened with Erica Mena, which I've already spoke on that. No, I don't feel like Erica Mena is a racist. Do I feel like what she said came off that way? It was the first thing that came out of her mouth. But do I think she's a racist? Personally, I do not. That's just my opinion. And I respect those that do think that she is. But that's my opinion. But we spent so much time with all the girls going on healing journeys, anger management, counseling, therapy, things that it just felt like they were trying to shove it down our throat. Like, see, we fixed it. We fixed the situation. And it's not coming off genuine. So for me, it just took up too much of that, and I really wasn't feeling it. And really all that I guess could be noted this week was right. Like Carly tried to sit down with Spice. Spice wrote her a 6-page letter. She trumped Aaliyah with the 4-page letter and wrote 6 pages of how she was feeling and how Carly made her feel. And she was upset that Carly was trying to get a word in and talk and respond. And she was saying that Carly was trying to paint her out to be this bully, basically how she painted Erica to be. So I don't know, y'all. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what else to say about it. I just hated it. So if you guys are feeling ATL, let me know. I'm hanging in there. We'll see, what's going on there. I think there's some drama coming with Diamond and Erica. We'll see. But it was just I'll give this episode a 4. Really wasn't much for me there. What else, guys? Vanderpump Rules. I told y'all. The Scandal is not scandaballing anymore for me. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even watch the episode. Seen some clips online, but I didn't watch it. I will go back and see what's this argument between Lala and Katie. But other than that, I ain't got nothing for you. I'm being honest. I didn't care about it this week. Same with Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills Reunion. I didn't watch it. I gotta go back and watch it. This season of Beverly Hills did not live up to the hype of the scandal between Morgan and Kyle. And I get it. Kyle was fresh into her separation and trying to figure out, is this separation really happening? Are we really not going to be together? What are these feelings for this woman? I've never felt this before. So she did not really share much. And that's cool. That's cool, I guess. I feel like Mauricio is giving more tea on his show, Selling Beverly Hills. So I'm going to have to tune into that on Netflix and get the real tea. but it just wasn't given anything. Even with Kathy returning to the reunion, there's rumors swirling that because she was on the reunion, that means she's going to be returning next season. She don't make or break the cast for me either, so I'll go back and watch it, y'all. But I'm not thrilled. Okay, I'm not thrilled at all. So let's get to what I am thrilled about and what all of you are thrilled about. And that's Love is Blind, honey. Love is Blind. The reunion for season 6 aired last night. It was about an hour and a half long. And I enjoyed it. Now, what I will say I did not care for on this reunion was the incorporating of the past cast couples that were in the audience and checking in on what's happening with them. I don't care. I don't care. I want to talk about the people that are on the stage. I don't want to talk nothing about who is having a baby, respectfully, how relationships are going, yada, 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 yada. That to me was a waste of time. So, but outside of that, I really enjoyed this reunion. I think some people, I saw TMZ, I put it in my story, was saying that they were underwhelmed with it, that it didn't address the questions, left more questions. I was satisfied. How are you guys feeling about the Love is Blind reunion last night? Because I enjoyed it, y'all. I really did. You know, me and hubby was glued. We were glued to it. I enjoyed it. So, first of all, before we get into all of the nonsense that took place, I got to give it Nick and Nessa. Nick and Nessa are good hosts. You hear me? They came. I told you I posted it today. They had that Heather Gay energy. You hear me? They had receipts, proof, timelines. Like they were giving them the business. Like anybody had anything to say on social media, they was pulling it up, running it back. And I'm here for the receipts. You hear me? So to me, now that's how you host a reunion. You know, Daddy Andy, take notes. You know, it was giving. They were held accountable for the things that they're saying and doing on social media after this. For things that did not air, they were showing it. All these women coming out for some of these men that was saying that they were engaged to them before they went to the show, or they were in relationships before they left for this show. They had the text messages and all, reading them verbatim, and I was here for it. It was chef's kiss. I think Nick and Nessa did a awesome job hosting this reunion last night. I must say myself. So let's get into first the love triangles of all love triangles, which was Laura, Jeremy, and Sarah Ann. Okay. So Laura was there, but she said work comes first, honey. She got to get her coins. And she was in Spain, so she was on Zoom. So we had Laura there looking fabulous, but she was on Zoom. Then we had these two. We had Jeremy. He sat on the couch and he told everybody he was in a new relationship. And out walks, surprise, surprise, Sarah Ann, which we all knew anyway. But she came out and said that they are in a relationship. They are living together. And they just had the wrong energy for me. And I think Laura addressed that. She held her own. She held it down. She was calm, collected, and gave them her piece. And I do feel like, you know, Sarah Ann, she came out very defensive, I'm sure, because she's been getting a lot of hate online. And I'm not going to say as she should, because we don't condone bullying. But, right. No one is in agreement with how she handled the situation. Like, you reached out to this man in DM while he was still engaged to Laura. Now, if the situation had not worked out, him and Laura had parted ways and you want to shoot your shot, cool. But you jumped into something that was still in motion. And no, I don't believe they chit-chatted till 5 a.m. in the morning. They both had the same story because clearly they rehearsed it. There was some more things going on than chit-chatting. Why he shared his location with Laura to go out and be with Sarah Ann. only a guy knows. So, guys, let me know. Why would you share your location, then go hang with another girl, and take her home, and stay and come home at 5 something in the morning, child? I don't know. Y'all answer that, cause I can't. But yeah, like Sarah Ann was like, "Oh, you called me a pick me girl? No, you the pick me girl. No, Sarah Ann, you're the pick me girl. You're the one that was in the DM. You were the one that was screaming, ooh, 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 pick me." So yeah, I don't know if their relationship is gonna work out, because when you start a relationship off on something like that, usually the saying is, "How you get them is how you lose them." So I don't know. And it also came up that Jeremy, because there was a woman that was claiming that Jeremy was engaged when he signed up for this show. They seem to have cleared that up. Whether it's true or not, well, only Jeremy knows. But he was saying that he had broken up with this prior fiance, that he had moved out. He wasn't living with her, and then he signed up for the show. How conveniently it happened as soon as he moved out. But either way, he did let both Laura and Sarah Ann know that he had previously been engaged before coming into the house. So they were aware. He did not hide that from them, apparently. So, we kind of moved on from there. But yeah, Laura said, like, this is she said this is her real life. And, like, her 90 something year old grandmother was scheduled to come to the wedding, and you guys selling off into the sunset on these daggone jet skis. Like, this was her real life. And also, this is what I was saying, like, Nick and Lachey, Nick and Lachey, Nick and Vanessa was letting them know, like, Sarah Ann had said something on her Instagram, like, this show is all about entertainment, guys, and it looked like we did that, baby, we did that. And she said, no, I want you to clear that up, because this is real life. Like, this is real life. This is not a time for play. So what do you mean by, oh, this is just entertainment? Were you faking on here? Like, when I tell you, they was letting it be known, and it was very obvious that they had the agenda of making sure people know that this show is not fake. This is, again, people's real lives. And yeah, like, they pulled up her video, made her watch her video on saying that, and made her explain herself. So Laura says she don't care what they do. Laura already told Jeremy he can kick rocks with open-toed shoes on. So I guess Sarah Ann can hold hands with him and do the same thing. So best of luck to Laura. She says she was dating. Not too clear if Jeremy and Sarah Ann are still together. I mean, the reunion taped not too long ago, and they said that they were living together. So I don't see him moving out that fast. But, good luck to y'all, I guess. Right? Now, AD and Clay. What can I say? Clay came on there and he said that he made a mistake. That he feels like AD is the love of his life, and that he was not bullshitting. Like, he said he was going to put the work in. He was going to go to therapy, because I do believe that Clay truly is holding on to what happened in the marriage of his mother and father. And I told you guys last week, I also do believe, had his father came in there and owned up to the cheating that he did on Clay's mom, and apologized for it and took accountability, I wholeheartedly think that Clay would have married her. But he came in there talking about his track accolades and his sports accolades and all this other foolishness, and talking all around in circles, and it just didn't give him the clarity, or just that little push he needed, that he can go on and be a good husband. So What do you guys think? Do you think Clay is putting in the work? Did you think he was genuine and sincere last night? I think so. It was beautiful to watch him just talk about, a lot of black men don't have that picture, or they don't, they come from broken homes, or not seeing a successful marriage, and how that can shape their futures. And even the guy in the audience that he said, he watched from, I think, season 4, and he was saying that, I don't know if I could be a good husband like he was, but I want to be. And I believed him. I really did. So I don't know. Did you guys believe Clay? Do you think that he's going to put in the work, and win AD back? I don't know. But I will say he was on Tamra Hall's show today. And he said that they're not together, although we've been seeing videos. We've been seeing a lot of these couples hanging out or together, although they either didn't make it through the show, broke off their engagement. We've been seeing them together a lot. So he said on Tamara Hall's show today that they're in 2 different places in their healing journey. He will always be, appreciative of AD, and that, she was there for him, created a safe space for him where he could share how he was feeling, and that he was happy that, he went to therapy, he's doing his part and doing his work, but that AD wants to be married right now, and he just can't do that. So he basically is alluding to them not being together, but we saw they spent the holidays. So best of luck to them. I mean, on a side note, AD did let us know last night that she went on a few dates with Matthew after. And Clay looked really upset about it, even though he tried to play it cool. She said that Matthew wanted to apologize to her, and then the next date, he cooked her some chicken and rice. I guess a good old roast con pollo. But it didn't work out. She said that he's extremely disciplined, and everything is planned out to the T, and that it wasn't going to work out. So she did go on a date with Matthew. But I don't know. I really wish Clay could get it together. They were a good couple. She was all in and just a really good woman for him. Supportive, loving, loved everything about him, even down to him sucking that soup out of that daggone bowl like that when he was on vacation. So she truly was for him. I hope he wakes up and can get it together before it's too late, because you fumbled the bag there, Clay. I must say, you fumbled the bag. But again, kudos to him for not jumping into something he's not ready. I think what shocked me was that they had a lot of conversations, AD said, where she asked him, if you don't want to get married, let me know. And he was saying to her, no, I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to get you down the aisle and then tell you no. And that's exactly what he did. So a lot of you were saying, he could have told her that before they got to the altar and embarrassed her like that. I think that's the part that we were more mad about than anything. So I feel her on that. But AD, she's a gorgeous woman. Body was bodying, okay? And she's gonna be all right. And did y'all see her when she walked out? When the cast walked out, homegirl, she them hips was swaying. So the body was bodying, the face was sitting. A lot of you guys said you thought her face was swollen. I think it was because I saw before the reunion she did a little Botox. So I think that might have been what it was. I don't think her face was, it might have been from the Botox, but I think, that's where the puffiness came from. But she was sitting, honey. The girls were sitting, so don't be surprised if you see her on Fashion Nova soon with a contract and being an influencer. And girl, give us the workout, because she said she would stay in the gym. So give us the workout, because girl, you the body is bodying. I love me some AD, so, and so do everyone else. So I know it's only going to be up from here for her. So I'm happy for her, and I hope she finds a man that she, treats her the way that she treats them and that she deserves. So we love you, AD. Positive vibes, girl. Now, This fool, Trevor. Okay? Trevor came up here looking like he had just got off work at Pop Copy, or that he's the assistant manager at Cloud9 with these damn khakis and button down shirts, and they so baggy right here in the front, like. And Trevor, Trev, aka Mullet Man, whatever you want to call him, he come out there giving the same energy as this girl down here. Okay, the same energy as this girl right here from the couples court. He when they asked him, because he also had a woman come out and say that he was in a whole relationship when he signed up for this Love Is Blind, y'all. I'm so tired of these men coming on these shows with other women at home. Why? And why y'all why you letting your boyfriend, your fiance get on this show anyway? Because she clearly knew, because they had his text messages too. Because he texted this girl as soon as he got out of the pods. So, what is wrong with y'all? Why y'all letting y'all men go on these shows? Somebody tell me. Please, comment. Let me know. I don't get it. But how are you allowing your man to go on Love Is Blind and disappear for 3+ weeks, and you clearly knew where he was at? I need somebody to tell me. But yes, Nick and Nessa pulled up the text messages from him texting the girl, because apparently the girl let the text messages out. And he explained himself after a whole lot of uhs and ums and I don't know what to say and I don't know how to explain myself. He finally said that this relationship with this girl that he was with, it was a toxic situation, and that he let her know that he was going on this show to see if he could find or explore other, relationships, or find someone more fitting for him. And I guess because it didn't work out with Chelsea, he texted this girl and tried to get back in her good graces and asking did she still love him, pumpkin, and that he was on his way home and yada yada yada. So Chelsea sitting up there making like, see y'all, I knew it was something with him, that's why I ain't choose him. Girl, no, you still chose wrong with Jimmy, because Jimmy don't want you. And if you had chose Trevor, y'all would have been happy, and he wouldn't have went back to this toxic woman at home putting they text messages up for the whole world to see. So was he wrong? I don't know, because he says that he was not in a relationship, that he was not in he didn't tell that girl she was his girlfriend before he left. So I don't know. But Chelsea, sorry sis, you still chose wrong. And I said what I said. Okay? So, Trevor, going back to Pop Copy in your little Best Buy outfit and get off the stage. He was only there for that, and then they sent him on his way. And then we had Jimmy and Chelsea, which I can't, y'all. I cannot. Let me wet my whistle. Jimmy and Chelsea. Now, Jimmy was talking about how, he had 2 friends, female friends, that came on the show to meet Chelsea when they got back and was living together. And apparently he had shared with Chelsea that he had slept with one of them. And he was upset that, as well as the friend, and probably no longer speaking to him, but he was upset that she let that out on camera, something he had shared with her in confidence. So, yeah, that's basically what they spent their time talking about. She apologized for it, and he also mentioned how the girl is not talking to him anymore or upset with him over it. So listen, they were not where it's at. I'm sorry. They should not have been together at all. I'm not saying he should have chose Jess. I do think Chelsea should have chose Trevor, but it was clear to me that this wasn't going to work out. I told y'all when I did my little guessing of who would get married, who didn't. He as well at least waited before they got to the altar to tell her no, he didn't want to get married. But he knew that when they had that last argument. You know, like when they had that last argument and that came up, and he said he admitted that last night. Like after that, he couldn't get past that she had shared that or said that out loud. So, hey, I it is what it is. They were not supposed to be together, but again, they are another couple that's been hanging out together. We see them out in dinner and all this other stuff. Chelsea posted this video today of all of their pictures and stuff. So I don't know if they're still dating or not. Her post kind of was past tense, kind of saying like, oh, our story wasn't perfect, but it was my favorite. So I don't know. The streets seem to think that they are still seeing each other, although they did not get married. So I don't know. And they were saying the same thing about Brittany and Kenneth. You know, Brittany posted this like subliminal message before the reunion came on, and they were saying how they're still best friends and spend a lot of time together. So why don't y'all just be together? But they're just friends. He's the principal first. He got to stay on his phone, and that's that on that. So, best of luck to them. But yeah, and then Jess, she got her time in. She was there in that ill-fitting dress. Love you, Jess, but that dress was very ill-fitted. You always look nice. Why you chose that dress, I don't know. But very ill-fitted. But it comes to find out that her and Chelsea are really good friends. Like, she calls her bestie. And she got her chance to address Jimmy. Apparently, Jimmy recently did an interview where she felt like he was bashing her and saying how, oh, in the last date, she kind of sealed her fate. She was only in there with him for 10 minutes. And she said, no, it was over 2 hours. You agreed that we should stop talking, because she felt like she was trying to convince him to choose her. And he said, no, it was like 10 minutes. You walked out. Nick and Nessa again with the receipts. It was over 2 hours and almost 50 minutes that they had been sitting there on that last date. So, Jimmy, your credibility is out the door. So I don't know what he gonna do, who he with. I know he need a new barber. I know that much. I don't know who is cutting this man's hair, but he need a new barber ASAP, because it's not working. Okay, but you know that's my recap of Love Is Blind. I really enjoyed this season. I haven't been watching since day one with Love Is Blind. Shout out to Reality Check podcast, because they were the ones that I started following, and they were really discussing Love Is Blind season 5, and I watched it and loved it, and then I was ready for this season because I loved the last one. So it has taken the world by storm. I can't wait for more, but I thought again this was a really good reunion. And like I said, Nick and Nessa was holding their feet to the fire, had their receipts ready, and letting y'all know this is real life. This is not scripted. We're not playing no games over here. People is looking for love, okay? And blindly, okay? So, I enjoyed this entire season. Me and my husband loved it. I done dragged him into it. So, I look forward to more. Now, before I get out of here, guys, just a few shows that we have coming up, some things that are on the radar. Before that, a few shows that I am watching that haven't made it to the podcast yet, but I do have my eye on it. Bold and Bougie. I'm keeping up with it. Don't know if I'm ready to put it on the podcast yet, but I am keeping up with it. I love Carlos King. So, Bold and Bougie, Thursdays on WeTV. Give it a spin. Let me know what you think. If you want me to start reviewing it, I will. Also, The Impact New York, which comes on after Love and Hip Hop Miami on VH1 with Dream Doll, Ella, and Bernice Burgos, her daughter, all of them. I'm watching it. It's alright on a Monday night. Again, I haven't started recapping it here, but I am watching it. So you guys let me know what you think. If you want clips of it, if you're enjoying those shows, let me know, and we can figure out what we need to do. But shows that are on the horizon that are coming up. So we have The Valley, which is a spinoff to Vanderpump Rules. I'm hoping it's better than Vanderpump Rules at this point. We know that Brittany and Jackson, we saw the trailer, which I posted for you guys. This will be coming on next Tuesday. So what's that, the 19th? Next Tuesday. And it'll probably come on, I'm sure, after Vanderpump Rules. But a lot going on with Brittany and Jackson, them being separated, her filming, her moving to a separate house. They say it's not for publicity of the show. I beg to differ. But we see in the trailer that there's a lot of turmoil going on with them. It looks a little spicy, so I'm gonna give it a spin. I always give a new show a chance and see if they captivate me. If you can't captivate me, then I can't be captivated, okay? But I'm gonna give it a try and see what am I feeling about it. Then we got one of my favorites, because Fridays just is not the same without love during lockup, love after lockup, life after lockup. It's nothing on right now for me on Friday. So Love During Lockup, we have a brand new cast of inmates and couples coming Friday, April 19th. So I am waiting for that. I posted in my stories just some pictures of the new inmates that are going to be on this show. So Love During Lockup is clearly what it says. It's while the inmates are still locked up on their way or close to coming home. So we'll see the relationship behind bars and with the person that they're with on the outside. So once I have a trailer for that or a sneak peek, I got y'all and I will post it. What else do we have? We have Vanderpump Villa on Hulu, where Lisa Vanderpump has a show on Hulu starting April 1st, where she has a villa in Paris. This is her little sexy staff, similar to Vanderpump Rules. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot of drama and scandals going on. So I'm going to give that a whirl too. See what's going on there. And then we have Never Ever Mets, which is a new series coming to OWN on April 19th. So on OWN, Never Ever Mets, this is about couples that have been dating for some time on social media but have never met in person. So they'll be meeting for the first time in person on this show and seeing, are they really compatible? Are they really a good couple? So I think it's going to be a little wild. I'm going to give it a spin. I love OWN and all of their shows. So Never Ever Mets will premiere new series April 19th on OWN. And we have Real Housewives of New Jersey. I gave you guys the trailer. I told you last week. Real Housewives of New Jersey will be back, season 14, on May 5th. I don't know. It's a lot going on there, saying that Louis spending all of Teresa's coins. I don't know how true that is, but I will be tuned in. I am a Jersey girl myself, so I love the Jersey Housewives. So that will be on, again, season 14, May 5th. And lastly, we have Real Housewives of Dubai, which will be starting. I gave you guys a little first look of Dubai, which will be coming on June 2nd. So those are all of the shows that we have coming up. I've given you all my thoughts on the shows that have come on this past week. And I will be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live across YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Come holla at your girl, comment, interact. I'll be reading your comments, answering your questions. So make sure you check in. And just lastly, guys, just want to let you know, for Reality Recap, I am doing promos. So if you need your business promoted, please reach out to me. You can email me through my page. These are my prices. You can see them on my page. So if you have inquiries, serious inquiries only, don't be wasting my time, y'all. But if you are looking to promote your business, your girl got you. I can share my professional dashboards with you, because I do be reaching the people, if I do say so myself. So promos are up on my page. Reach out if you need help promoting your business and getting it out there to the people. So again, that is my show for tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will be back next Thursday. We'll go through the same shows. We'll go through Potomac and see what happens with that brawl. Married to Medicine reunion will be concluding. Love and Hip Hop is still on. I'm sad that Love is Blind has ended. But whatever shows are on that are hot, popping, and I'm watching, we will discuss right here. So stay tuned and see you next week. Y'all have a good evening.